Hi, Founder fans. Jason here, and today's founder is Kate Barry. Full name Catherine Moore Barry, but better known as Kate Barry, who is kind of a Paul Revere of the South. You see, Kate Barry was living on a plantation when the war started with her husband, who then went to fight with the Patriots for the war. She stayed home with her family, and somehow, and it's not clear how, but somehow, she found out that Lord Cornwallis had sent Banastre Tarleton with a unit of soldiers to surprise and attack a unit of American patriots. And Kate would have nothing to do with this, so she went to warn them. She gave a little ride of her own that the British were coming. Now, legend has it that Kate tied her infant baby to a bedpost so it wouldn't get into any trouble while she was gone because she couldn't carry it if she was riding in speed. And then she took to her horse. Now, this is obviously probably not very true, but it's a fun story. So she ties the baby to the bed, gets on her horse, and takes off. And the way she was able to beat the British to the Patriots, specifically Daniel Morgan, is she took the Native American trails, the old trails that have been there forever, that the British Army was not familiar with. It's essentially like taking the back roads of the day to beat the traffic, and beat that traffic she does. She gets to Daniel Morgan and warns him that the British were coming, and he sets up for the Battle of Cowpens. And it's because Kate Barry comes in and warns Daniel Morgan of the approach that he's able to successfully pull off the Battle of Cowpens, which ends up being one of the most strategically unique engagements of the war. In fact, I've read military historians who say it is the only strategically original maneuver performed by either army during the American Revolutionary War. Short story long, he has militiamen go out and meet the British, and militiamen were famously skittish, so they ran away behind the hill, behind the rest of the army. Then he comes up with the Continentals, and the Continentals eventually scatter too, and up behind them are Morgan's riflemen. And just as the British say, hey, we're winning, and start running up the hill, well, the riflemen start picking people off. The Continentals and the militia come back from around the hill, and they absolutely destroy the British in that engagement. It is one of the biggest victories of the South, and it's in January of 1781. So this is the year of Yorktown. It's still 10 months away, but this battle helps to turn the tide against the British in the South. It's not necessarily the biggest battle of the war or the most important, but it is a very significant in setting up the Patriots to be able to perform a few other very important battles, including that of Yorktown. And we have Kate Barry to thank for that. Now, Kate Barry kind of descends back into anonymity. Unfortunately, that happens with a lot of the founding mothers we discuss on this channel. But it is extraordinarily important to know that she did take this ride to warn Daniel Morgan, and she may very well have tied a baby to a bedpost to do it. That is the very brief story of Kate Barry, an American founding mother. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit like, and if you're new here, subscribe for another founder every single day of the week, including tomorrow.